A couple.
A couple.
A couple reviews.
Welcome everyone. This is I,
And this is A.
and we're here for the El Bar. El Bar is a movie directed by Alex de la Iglesia. He's made the classic film El Día de la Bestia. He's also made Perfectos Desconocidos. So he's already had some experience in a single setting film. And also Las Brujas de Zugarramurdi, or the English title Witching and Bitching. And a lot of actors in this film were also in that film as well. So Alex de la Iglesias has made many dark comedies, and he also works with the co-writer of this film, Jorge Guerrica Echevarria, who has also co-written all the previous mentioned films, and he also wrote the screenplay for the adaptation of the novel of Celda 211, which is one of my all-time favorite movies.
El Bar is about a group of strangers in downtown Madrid gets trapped in a bar following two mysterious deaths, raising paranoia and suspicions, making them turn on each other.
The main cast is Blanca Suarez playing Elena. She was in The Skin I Live In a long time ago. She must have been very young. And in the new Netflix series Cable Girls. You also have Mano Casas playing Nacho. He was in Contratempo, or Invisible Guest, El Innocente, and Witching and Bitching. You have Carmen Machi, Estrini, Secund de la Rosa, and Jaime Ordonez playing Satur and Israel respectively.
Respectfully.
Playing Satur and Israel respectively, and they were also both in Witching and Bitching. You also have Terele Paves playing Amparo. She was also in El Día de la Bestia a while back, and she was also the witch in Witching and Bitching. Unfortunately, she passed away shortly after the release of the film, and she was also in a lot of Alex de la Iglesia films. You also have Joaquin Clement playing Andres, and Alejandro Aguada playing Sergio. Alejandro playing Sergio. So what to say about the film? Well, first of all, I'm a sucker for single location films, and and also films whose runtime is the same or more or less the same as the real life, and this has both.
Yeah.
So you think that I will really enjoy this film, right?
Yeah.
But we'll get into it in a minute.
Really? I
Huh?
thought you enjoyed the
I
film.
enjoyed. Well, I feel like there was too many loopholes for me to ignore.
Loopholes.
Like,
yeah,
it was
yeah. It's a very very engaging film. At the same time, there were some. Yeah, you're right.
It's funny, but
there were
there
a lot
was
of
too
loopholes.
many loopholes to ignore. Like, we'll get to that later in the spoiler section. What I appreciate is like you don't really know what's going on, and usually that's something I don't like when films do it. But the characters don't know what's going on either, so that's okay. It starts as a very it starts pretty funny, I'd say.
I wouldn't say funny, but more like lighthearted.
Yeah, like
Kind of like sitcom.
Yeah.
Sitcom-y style.
Then it slowly descends more and more.
Oh yeah.
Grim.
It escalates.
And also the cinematography accompanies this descent into grimness by getting darker and darker.
Yeah. If you watch throughout the film, you will see like as the storyline gets darker, the location also gets deeper underground.
Yeah, it's a continuous descent.
Yeah. I don't know if that's intentional, but like I think it's a pretty nice touch.
Some pretty good cinematography.
Yeah.
Yes. I also say every character is played pretty well. Especially Israel, the homeless man. I feel like it was a very strong performance.
Yeah. Did you call him crazy?
Ooh, Israel?
Yeah.
Well, he's fucking crazy, yes.
Did you notice that Israel actually turns out the most level-headed person in the middle of the film?
Well, yeah, when things start getting serious,
Yeah.
definitely.
At some point, I was contemplating: is this guy faking his insanity? Like what?
I feel like I could have used a stronger soundtrack, especially the darker scenes. Could have used some support. I don't want to spoil anything yet, but I feel like in certain scenes, especially, like, because there was no music.
Yeah.
And I feel like some music would have added that little extra gear.
But the story was very captivating that even without the background music, the film managed to hold audience's attention. Like,
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm just saying like to make an even stronger
I
scene.
get it.
Like the soundtrack wasn't that good. Period. That's what I'm like.
was there
It
even
was a very
soundtrack?
Yeah, it was very subpar. It was like some actual like music that was there, but other than that,
Oh right, I remember one soundtrack goes like wow.
Oh yeah, we were
Yeah.
mocking our cats. Like it's not like in Zelda 211, there's no soundtrack at all basically, but that's because like you're in the prison, you know. And I guess I didn't feel like I was in the bar. So I don't know. I just felt like it could have used stronger music. The third leg of the movie, even though there's the most action of the movie, I feel like it kind of falls flat a little bit. Like it kind of loses itself towards the end. Yeah, the main problem I have with it is there's just way too many loopholes.
Oh yeah.
Just way too many. Just some just to carry the plot, you know? Like
Yeah, at some point you feel like the film was just like, oh, do you see what happened there? You do? Yeah? Okay, now let's move on. Just like, how? Why? No, let's just move on. Like,
yeah, the movie keeps you engaged and you don't want to turn it off or anything like that, but it's so hard to ignore so many blatant loopholes. And later we're going to tell you
so many.
in the spoiler section
So
which
many.
ones they are. But overall, I believe it's a good display of the human condition
Yeah.
and the lengths many people will go to save themselves, you know?
Yeah, it makes you wonder how you would react in the same situation. Like, would you be selfish or would you be altruistic? Would you panic or would you be rational?
Makes you think, because it's easy to say it. Oh, I will definitely do that.
Yeah.
But you only know when you're there, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the loopholes. We have 6 loopholes, 5 of which I believe are big loopholes, and 1 of them small, but which leads to a bigger one. And 2 plot holes,
Yeah.
1 big, 1 little. The death count is and on to the rating. A's rating. Take it away.
I'll rate it at 6.274. No, that's it.
No, you always give 4 numbers.
Well, I want to give it 3 decimal points this time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna rate it a strong 6. Yeah, I think a strong 6. We'll do a D+. And now, gonna move on to the spoiler section. So if you stop the video here, thanks for watching. And make sure to like and subscribe if you want to have more reviews. We have a pretty funny review coming up next.
Oh, funny review.
Yeah, it's a funny review. So yeah, don't miss it. And tell us in the comments what would you do if people were getting shot as soon as they stepped out of the bar you were having your coffee in.
Dog. Taping this.
Start Instagramming it.
Start taking
Oh, yeah.
videos. Duh.
And yeah, catch you next time on to the spoiler section. Alright, so the many loopholes.
Okay.
Number 1, none of the phones getting any reception in and of itself is not a loophole, because if the government was really like trying to maintain this thing, they would like shut off the
network?
the reception in that area.
reception,
Yeah, so they can do that like with the military. I don't ask me the science. I know
Jurisdiction.
they can. Don't ask me the science. I know they can do it. But the loophole here is, if none of them get signal, then why does patient zero's phone get signal? Either none of the phones get signal or all of the phones get signal. You can't just have one for the sake of the plot. The fire loopholes are the ones that are just all over the place. Okay, so fire loophole number 1. Everything is up in flames. Everything is burnt to a crisp. Then why do the phone and charger stay in perfect condition?
Yeah.
1.
Considering that they shot the people and burned the bar,
Yeah.
so they don't
And,
even
like,
think about taking the phones. Like,
And plus the phone is in crisp condition.
Yeah.
We can move on to fire loophole number 2.
Yeah, like how do the vaccines survive the fire?
And everything in the bathroom is also burned down except the vaccines. Fire loophole number 3 if the gun is in the middle of a fire, especially one that big, it will not be able to fire in the future. Like the ammo will detonate. So there's no way that all those bullets could have been fired. So that's all for the fire loopholes. Then we have another little loophole, which is why,
Pretty big.
like, in real life, I don't think the man stepping out of the bar will get shot. Maybe just taken away without explanation and to a van to check up on them. I don't know. I don't feel like that's realistic. But this little loophole leads to a big loophole, which is there are way too many witnesses in the middle of Madrid
Yeah.
for it to just pretend it's a big fire that's happening.
Yeah, the street was crowded with people, and people were screaming and running around when they heard the shot.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure a lot of
So-
people would be like, "What was that?"
Yeah, and like as soon as you see the news, big fire, but that's where the shooting happened, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another big loophole. The plot holes.
Well, considering that they were paying close attention to what was happening outside, how did they remove the bodies so quickly? Like, even the blood was gone. And then why don't Nacho and Bianca just shoot themselves when they have one of the many chances?
Yeah, like in the sewer when they're like there for 5 good minutes and Israel is around
Yeah.
looking for them. Just fucking...
Yeah, why don't they just shoot themselves with the vaccine? It's not... Like, they have the vaccines. They
Yeah.
for sure are not going to give it to Israel. So, what's up?
What's that? That's a total of 8 loopholes and plot holes. Just
I'm
Took
sure
care of-
we missed a few.
yeah, I'm sure there's something
I'm
we
sure there are
missed.
more.
And these are all just to carry the plot. And
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not something I can really easily excuse.
Mm-hmm.
At least me personally.
Okay, so let's go through the death count. So first we have this guy who is an extra, who got shot right after he walked out of the bar. I bet he didn't see that coming, just having his normal routine. Imagine going to work and finish having coffee. Yeah, whoa. And then the second death, we have another extra who was trying to help out the first guy who got shot. And the third one we found out that the patient zero died. Yeah, he walked out and died right in front of them. And then we have an off-screen death.
3 of them,
Three
actually.
off-screen deaths.
Amparo, Barrendero, and I can't recall the other name. Anyway, the people that stayed upstairs
Yeah, they got shot and then burned.
burned to a crisp.
And after them, we have Trini killed herself.
No, yeah, exactly. She sacrifices herself.
Yeah, she killed herself because she's embarrassed. And everybody was just like, okay, go kill yourself.
Too reductive, but okay.
The other guys were like, it was sad, but they can't do anything about it in that situation. And then
One of the saddest deaths after.
One of the saddest deaths?
Yeah,
Oh
Satur
no!
was my favorite.
Oh my god, he's my favorite character in the film. What did he?
Yeah.
I was rooting for him to get out alive.
Yeah, Satur, he did.
Satur, he's like the most genuine character. I feel like.
And then after that, we have 2 deaths together, which I don't really understand how they're dying, but okay. We got Israel and Nacho dying together. Well, Nacho getting killed by Israel in a murder-suicide type thing, but I still don't really get how they're dying, but I digress. So we have Blanca as the lone survivor. Well, I guess this is it for this review. If you're here, you probably watched the movie already, so let us know what you thought about it, and we'll see you in the next review if
Yeah.
you subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that like.
And-
Press the like.
Press it hard.
No, gently, please. Very gentle.
And we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
Bye.